Hello and welcome back to our Reviving Wanderers save. Again, this is a save where we're looking to save Wanderers from the drop and hopefully gain them going into the Premier League. We'll go into the schedule from the last game that we played, which I believe, if I can remember, was Wickham. Yes. So our last game that we played was Wickham. Then we went on a nice little run. Again, unfortunately going to another boring draw, 0-0. Then went into beating MK Dons 1-0. Again, Daryl Murphy coming in with the goods and the goals. Then Ackland Stanley, Tyrese John Jules actually coming in with the goals as well. And he's broken his goal drought as well. He went a few games without scoring goals. And I'm not sure, maybe the thinking of not bringing him back to the club has obviously helped him push himself a bit forward, and I'll tell you a bit why once we go through the schedule. But we went into our next game against Wimbledon, and it was just a one-sided game, to be honest with you, and they beat us 2-0. We then went into back to winning ways. Peterborough 5-3, and again is Daryl Murphy with the hat-trick again, coming in with the goods. He's been a really big player for us this season. Funny enough, I was actually thinking about getting rid of him, but this is what happens, I guess, when you tweak up the tactics and you play to striker's strength. We went again, Southend, who are actually bottom of the table as well. Another 5-0, and it's John Jules who came up with the hat-trick. And this is what I mean, guys. He has come up with the goods a bit. The last few games, he's actually been really, really good. We played really well, and I'm just thinking now we may just keep him in the squad for next season. Then went to another draw. So if you can see, we went a few games unbeaten, and then we went into a Lincoln game 2-1, and this game was very, very, very difficult because we were winning. Well, we had someone sent off, Jason Lowe, getting sent off early in the 80th minutes, and it's always going to be a difficult game when you are playing with a man down. But it's John Jules who again come back with the two goods, coming, scoring a goal in the 37th minute with a man down, which always helps. Then they equalised in 42 minutes, which was very upsetting, and it was very, very bad. And then it's John Jules again in the 81st minute coming up with some goals. And again, we may just keep him. I'm not too sure yet. But we'll see how that goes. That's always an option. Then we went into beating an Ipswich side, which was third at the time, and Daryl Murphy coming in again with the goals, and he scored a lot of goals. And then obviously, unfortunately, the next game against Gillingham, we lost 1-0, which was very unfortunate. And today I'm going to just show you guys the last two games of the season, and that's against Rotherham and Oxford United. But before we even go into that, let's go straight into the league as well, because we are 11th. We have pushed up 2 places. There is 2 matches to be played, obviously. We're playing for 6 points. I'm not too sure if we can actually... so obviously we can't make the playoffs. The playoffs is all but done. But at the end of the day, we have pushed ourselves out of the relegation. We were meant to get relegated with minus 12 points deducted from administration, but again, guys, it's just because good tactics and obviously, good work by the manager that's come up. And you can see here, Daryl Murphy is actually top goal scorer for us. He scored 17 goals in the league, and he's not a player that I would have actually thought would be that good, or should I say I would expect it to still keep. But we've done good to be in minus 12 points and actually reach up and be 11th. It's going to be interesting to see what we do next season. As you can see, we have drawn quite a lot of games as well. But, to find ourselves 11th, I think that's brilliant. And hopefully we can kickstart the season, the new season, when it comes up, and we can actually show what we can do. But again, if we just go into the squad again, and I can show you guys that obviously... Daryl Murphy has scored 20 goals in 48 appearances, if you want to call it that, with 3 assists, and that's a lot of goals. And John Jules has scored 10 goals. Should be a bit more ideally, but he's come up with the goods as well. And again, like I always say, the goals have really been spread out, and the assists have really been spread out from the team. It's going to be interesting to see what we do, but we're going to go straight into it. And today's game is against Rotherham at home. And we did change the tactic from a 4-2-3-1 to our 4-2-4. And to be honest with you, I'm probably going to take off Brown and put Daryl Murphy back in his position. And we are going to play him as a target man on support, again playing with John Jules. As the midfield, we may take off Crawford. I'm not too sure. We could put on Booth. I did give a few people time to rest because they actually did need to rest. But it's a makeshift team quite a bit. But let's see what we're going to actually do. What we can do is let's put Booth there. If this doesn't work, we can always drop a striker if it doesn't work for that. But yeah, this is the team we're going to play. So it's Alowich in goal. We got Bunny right, Brockbank and Emmanuel as our back four. As a centre midfield, we have Crawford and Murphy. And then as our wingers, we have Silva and Politic. And then Daryl Murphy and John Jules leading up the line. But let's see what happens. Garcia is obviously coming back from injury, unfortunately. So he'll be missing out that game. But that gives a youngster time and game time to come in and hopefully show what they can do. Like I said, we do have a lot of prospects, should I say, and a lot of good youngsters. So be interesting. But you definitely need to also try and find the balance as well. I believe that's very important to try and find the balance between bringing in the youngsters and also having some experience. But again, we're just going to say we have faith, and then we just go straight into kickoff. And I believe Rotherham last time beat us, so it would be nice to get some payback. And if we can just get creative, there's probably not much to play for this season, but if we can still move up the league table, then that's still a good season for us. Let me just go into our team instructions, because we want to make sure that we're hitting that ball straight into the box. Let's see what else. Let's regroup once we've lost it, and then in transition we want to play up to the opposition half, and hopefully by us doing that, Daryl Murphy can use his excellent headering ability to try and get it through into John Jules, who hopefully can finish the chances if it comes. Again, 4 shots, 2 on target. And the first highlight hits to Rotherham with the throw. They seem to play it into the middle. Hopefully, if we can take the ball off them, but they switch it over. They play it in. Oh, great tackle, and it hits straight back into them. But they seem to skip and whoa, okay, straight into Alwich's hand, and Alwich can play it over to Daryl Murphy to get that header. That will be great. Let's see what he does. Alwich with the ball. Big kick over. It does go to John Jules, who then does a good header back to Politic. Politic on the wing. He has the ball, plays it back into Emmanuel. Emmanuel whips a great ball in, and it's disallowed. Silva is offside. Oh no. The unlucky boys. Unlucky. It will come again. From that, let's just hit them with the, once it gets available, hopefully just get creative, because that was a good move. Unlucky, but at the moment still 0-0. We've had 4 shots, 2 on target to their 6 on 1. What I'm actually going to do now, I'm going to do 2 changes here. We're gonna go for a more shorter passing, higher tempo, and what we want to do as well, we're going to go into a positive mentality. And it's a great tackle again by Emmanuel, who gets the ball into Politic, and Politic has the ball, and hopefully he doesn't lose it. Back to Emmanuel. He plays it into Brockbank. Brockbank hands the ball, plays it into Emmanuel. We do need to be careful because there's not much options for Emmanuel here, but Wright is available there. Wright with the ball, plays it out to the wing to Bunny. Bunny plays it over to Silva, back into Bunny. Bunny plays it back into Wright. And this is probably what we want to do. We want to play short passing and just a long ball over Daryl Murphy, and he heads the ball over. And it's John Jules. Can John Jules finish it? Yes, he does. And this is what we talk about. The strike force between Daryl Murphy and John Jules. And this is what we wanted. The ball over to Murphy to knock it over for John Jules to go onto it and hopefully score. And he does score. And it's been a good few games, to be honest, for John Jules. And it's, you see right with the ball, back to Bunny, who plays a good ball over. Murphy with his heading ability heads it. A good touch by John Jules, and he just slots it to the side of the goal. And that is what we want to see. It's a nice little shout if we can praise them, because I think that was quite good. Now Emmanuel with the ball. Emmanuel's actually had a really good game here. Crawford with the ball, plays a night ball into Murphy, who holds it, plays it back into Wright. And Wright has the ball again and plays it back to the keeper. So we do need to make sure we're very careful with the way we play. And it's Alwich with the ball. He has plenty of space to come further forward. Plays a long ball over. And it's John Jules again, plays it into Murphy. Murphy plays it into Silva. What can Silva do? He skips one. Silva takes the shot and just a bit wide. We may take off Silva and we could put in Etinov. But at the present moment, I think we are going to leave it. So we're struggling for possession in opposition's half. A lot of possession in the central areas of the third. We've lost a lot there. So we need to make sure that we're better there. And we're just going to go straight in. We're not going to make any substitution at the present moment. But what I am going to do is to get creative. The midfield is not really having the best of game. Crawford ideally not having the best of games as well. We could ideally move him off. We could take him off and we could put in Oatley Booth. And that could make a bit of change. Right, so we are going to make a substitution now. The midfield is not having the best of games. What I could potentially do is, I'm going to put Booth on. And I'm going to put him as a Mazzala. Let's have him as that on support. I am going to... I'm going to leave Crawford on. We are going to leave him on. We're going to leave him on and we'll see how that does. 59 minutes have gone. 8 shots, 3 on target. Possession is just with us by just 1%. And it's a kick over by Rotherham's keeper. And we didn't do good to hold it. And it's Vassell with the ball on the left-hand side. Vassell still with the ball. He whips the ball in. We clear it out. Not a great clearance. And it's a goal. And it's a good strike by Jamie Lindsay. But we should potentially do better there. I'm going to do another substitution here. Crawford's not having the best of games. But we can't... I'm going to put Darcy there. I know he doesn't usually play there. But I'm going to put him there. And what else could we do? Politics is not really having the best of games. So we're going to put in Etinov there. And we put Etinov as an inside forward. Actually, we'll keep him as a winger, Let's keep him on as a winger. Let's confirm that. Unfortunately, Rotherham have come back with the goal. And it leaves us with just 1-1. If we can... What I am going to do is just shout to them. I'm going to tell them demand more. Because we should be doing better there. They seem to be focused on that. And hopefully we can still get into the game. 10 shots each for both on target. Possession mainly with us. There's not really much to lose to Bunnius in this game and in the league. We've avoided a relegation, which was the target. But there's not much we can do. But I'm just going to go attacking now. Let's just see how that goes. And just give a little shout. And let's get creative. And hopefully we can get a last minute goal if possible. But it's 86 minutes gone. 4 minutes plus stoppage time. Again, there's nothing really much to play for this season, but it's the highlight is with Rotherham, and they header it on, and they're under attack now. If we can win the ball back, that would be great. And it goes to Vassell, who had the assist for the goal for them, and Vassell still has the ball over. And well done. It's Emmanuel again with the interception, and John Jules doesn't do good to get to the ball, and he gets tackled. And it's straight back at them. Bunny misses the header, but Wright is there to intercept and help out. Darcy with a ball into Silva. Silva has the ball. He cuts into the middle of the park. Silva still with the ball. Takes one. Takes another one again. Plays it through to Etinov. Etinov has the ball. Plays it into Darcy. Darcy strikes it. Oh, finish. Yep, that's a goal. Well done. And it's Darcy with the shot. And it's John Jules again who's just there at the right time to make it 2-1. And what a strike by Darcy. What a strike. It's Silva that does a lot. Holds the ball. Etinov has the ball. Plays a nice ball over. And Darcy really sets himself up and hits the post. And he rattles it. And John Jules is there to pick up the pieces and roll it into an empty net. And again, I told you, John Jules is, I don't know, maybe I should talk bad about the players a bit more, because by me saying that I was going to get rid of him has actually helped him come along and actually get back into the game and actually score some goals. But we shouldn't be too careful. Bunny with the ball. Well, we should be a bit more careful. Oh gosh, what's going on here? Aldrich heads the ball over. And it's John Jules again with a great header. John Jules has had a great game today. Etinov with the ball into Darcy. Darcy plays a great ball over. Unlucky. Oh, I thought he should actually have been there. Oh gosh, and it's Vassell again, and he's the one that set it up the other goal, and he skips one again. He takes on. Okay, and that's a poor shot, but that's great. The pressure was there for them to do. 93 minutes have gone, just a few seconds, and I'm hoping that the referee this time is not going to play 2 minutes and a half extra time, because that's what they did last time, and I'm not sure why our goalkeeper just cleared it out straight to them. And now they're back on attack, and it holds us and puts us back into danger. But it's Oatley with a great ball over, and that's it. That's it. They predicted a draw, but they were surprised that we came and won the game. And it's John Jules with the goal again. We've had 18 shots, 8 on target, committed 7 fouls, 1 yellow card, and possession mainly with us with 52%. John Jules had a good game. Luke Murphy didn't have the best of games, that made up 4 mistakes in the game. Let's go into the dressing room, and it was a good. Let's tell them calmly, well done. It's a good victory, and we just take it as that. So, like I said again, the victory doesn't do much. It just pulls us up the table, maybe a place or two, maybe, but we can't make the playoff position. So we've stayed 11th. I'm guessing Lincoln drew. So ideally, winning the game, we could only probably move about 2 places, and that's ninth. That's depending. Well, we could actually move. We could actually move 8th. Just depend. We could move up to 3 places. That's just depending on the next game, and just depending on how many goals we score. But our next game is Oxford United, which is going to be a very difficult game. But I'm hoping that because they've been promoted, they are going to probably play out a weakened team. But I'm not too sure. But the next game I'll see you guys will be for the second game of today, and that will be against Oxford United. Okay, so we are back for the final game of the season, and that's Oxford United versus Bolton. We have made some changes in the squad, so we'll go straight into it. Again, we can see Aldrich is back in goal. Boone has come into the left-hand side, replacing Bunny, Wright and Garcia. So Garcia coming in for Bronkback. Ramsey has come in for Emmanuel. Unfortunately, he is lucky to come back in, because I felt Emmanuel had a good game, but we're going to go with one of our strongest team. Then in the midfield, let's have a complete change where we have Oatley Booth playing as a Mazzala alongside Lowe as a ball-winning midfielder. Etinov has come in on the left-hand side for Silva, and Politics, unfortunately, luckily, has kept his space on the right-hand side. And again, as always, we have our 2 strikers. It is Daryl Murphy and John Jules. John Jules playing as advanced forward, and then we have Murphy as a target man. And we're going to go straight into the game. Again, there's nothing to play for this season besides maybe moving from 1 to 2 places. That would be great. Hopefully we can send the away fans with something to cheer about and something nice to end the season. But we'll see what happens. We are playing Oxford United, which will be promoted to the Championship. I'm just going to tell them, what to do. I'm just going to tell them again that I have faith. I'm going to tell them that I want them to, okay, that didn't work. I don't really care. And I want you to go out there and grab some goals for us. They should be able to control that, though it's a big team we're playing. So we're going to play on the same balance but we're going to hit early crosses. Apparently, they're not the best at hedgering in the team, so we need to obviously regroup, and if we can do a big kick over to the opposition half, and that hopefully should create some issues within their box. And again, let's just get creative. So that's the game starts. Let's see. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish off the season on a high. But it's Oxford United with the corner. They whip it in, they header it in, and it's just over the bar. There's a little bit of a sign there that we need to be careful. And again, it's Oxford United with another corner. They whip that ball in. And it's Woodburn with the ball. Whips the ball over, and I'm not sure how we're not able to capitalise on. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. But it's Oxford United with the ball, and that's it. So we do need to be careful. They are a strong team, and they are raking up the chances with the shots. We need to get creative. But it is Oxford United again with the ball, and they're passing it over. Hall has the ball, plays it into Baptiste, and he plays the ball over, and I'm not too sure why Ramsey has headed it back to the opposition to Hall, and Hall still has the ball and cuts in. If we can press him, and we dived into the tackle but missed it. They play a long ball over, and it's played into Cadden has the ball. Clark with the ball, lays it over, and yeah, Rob Hall with the goal. What we're gonna do is may have to drop it a bit into actually no, nothing to lose here. We ain't gonna play cautious. But what I've noticed is that a lot is happening on the whip. So what I am going to do is, out of possession, we need to stay wider, and hopefully let's see what happens. 23 minutes, and it seems to be all Oxford United at this present moment. We've had 2 shots, only 1 on target, to their 8 and 3 on target. A lot of possessions with them, so it may just make sense for us to drop a striker in. And it's Oxford again with the corner. They whip it over. Oh, and he hits the bar, and that's a very lucky let off for us. Let's demand more, because come on, we need to fix up. Politic and Etinov's not having the best of games. To be honest, all of the midfield is not having a good game. Ramsey's not having a good game. And you know what? We're going to take him off. Take off Ramsey. Put on Emmanuel. That's the first change of today. And yeah, it's been very disappointing, to be honest. Let's go aggressive, and I'm going to tell them I want something much better. Let them know that I have faith in them. I know it's not a game that really matters league-wise, but you know, we haven't even had a sniff of a highlight. We got to make a few changes as well. But it's Aldrich with the ball over, which was not a great kick because he didn't really go for anybody. And it's Oxford with the ball, and we need to be very careful. And there's a great ball over to Woodburn, and Woodburn, oh, what is saved by Aldrich. Let's make the substitution now. Wow, like, look at all of this. Look at all of that. Wow. Right, what I am going to do is put him on the left, and then let's have, Crawford comes in. Centre midfield, there's not really much we can do. And let's put Silver on. So it seems like what I did, it didn't help at all. And we need to change our formation into the 4-2-1 Gegenpress. But it's Oxford again. We header it out. There you go. And Silver with the ball, and it's not a highlight at all. Let's see what we've done. Darren Murphy, inside forward, attacking midfielder. Let's have him as a shadow striker. Yep. That seems much better. Can we shout? Let's demand more. 6 shots, 3 on target, but we haven't had a sniff at all. And it's Clark again with the throw. And Oxford United player heads in, and that's a foul. And they've got someone sent off now. They have somebody sent off. Let's get creative now. Could this swing into our advantage? Let's see. Let's just ignore that. And can this swing over? Let's see what this can do now. 8 shots, 4 on target. We seem to be piling it up a little bit. They are changing around their team a bit. I'm not too sure what we can do here. Let's distribute. Let's distribute to the wings. We'll counter press. In possession, let's go wide. Again, play into space. Let's work ball into the box. Let's whip those balls in. Let's overlap. Let's run our defensive. Let's be more expressive. I know that this is a big gamble, but why not go for it? Attack, yep. Boone, he can go into being a support. And we're just going to go for it. We might as well. There's nothing to lose. If we unfortunately concede, then that's how it goes. But it's Crawford with a free kick. He whips it in and it's a goal. Yes. By a set piece, Crawford with a free kick bends it to the right hand side, I believe, and it's a goal. It's 1-1. And that's a great free kick. Is it? Oh, the left hand side. And that's a great free kick. Hits the post and goes in. And it's game back on. Oxford United 1, Bolton 1. And if we can actually snatch this, because I think that red card has actually helped us a bit. We've had 10 shots, 5 on target to their 17 and 10 on target. But let's see where this game can end. Let's see what happens. 81 minutes have gone. Got about 8 minutes plus stoppage time. Let's shout at them and let's tell them again. Let's get creative out there, boys. Let's get creative. Come on. They seem to be inspired by that feedback. And hopefully that will add on to more opportunities for us. But it's Oxford with the throw. We should be able to win that back. Oh no, we don't. Woodburn with the ball. He's actually onside. That striker is off now. Great tackle. Come on, let's go. Well done, Boone. Let's take the ball off him. Come on, Murphy. Got to be a bit more better there. And it's a ball over to Oxford. They cross it in and it's straight back. What the hell is... Ooh, just the let off. So we've known that there's 4 minutes now added time. 89th minutes have gone. 4 minutes left. Let's see what's going to happen. If we can take this draw, I'll take it from being a goal down. And that's it. It is 1-1. We've come back and we haven't lost the game, so that's bad. Considering that most of our players actually played quite poor. We still managed to luckily get a goal by Ali Crawford, which was from a free kick. And there's not really much to say, and that's it. A win would have been good because we could have maybe moved up the table a bit, which maybe wouldn't have made much difference. But we've stayed 11th, and that's basically it. Doncaster have won, just letting us know exactly who's available. But yeah, that's it. The season's done. I would say that's a very good season for sure for us. Definitely is a good season. And I always had, to be honest, I always had faith that we would get out of the playoffs. I mean, sorry, not the playoff. Wow, the relegation. I just thought that the way I saw that we were playing and the way I could see the team was playing, I thought that we definitely could get out of there, and we done better to actually better that and actually come 11th, which for me is a very great season. It's a perfect season, but what will happen next season, it's the big thing. What's going to happen next season, that's the biggest thing. But this is just basically what I was just waiting for here before we go. So again, it just says the awards that we've had. Fans of Player of the Season went to Crawford. followed by Daryl Murphy and Eric Garcia. Goal of the season went to Crawford against Bristol Rovers, and let's view that goal. And this is the goal of the season against Bristol Rovers. Couldn't actually remember this goal, but it'd be interesting to see how he done it. So let's see once it shows up. Okay, so so this must have been a free kick then. Oh yeah, that's a great free kick, and from very far out. That's the goal of the season that they've picked for us. And young player of the season goes to Eric Garcia, 19-year-old defender who I feel has done really good for us. And then this is our preview as well. FA Cup, lost in the 4th round against Bournemouth. Be aware that was actually a replay. So we've done really well. Lost in the 4th round against Wolves, which we'll forget about, which we lost. Then we finished 11th, which was good. And then, unfortunately, in the Trophy Cup, we lost in the 3rd round against Rotherham. So 50% full, so just over half of the attendance. We are the highest in the EFL League One to use most players. We used 34 players. Moment to forget is the 2-0. Again, it's not a battering that we've had this season in the league. It just 2-0 against Coventry. And match of the season was the Portsmouth victory 3-1. So if we look at the club vision as well, they want me to work within the wage budget, which is what we're basically doing. They want us to fight bravely against relegation again. And then they want us to work towards being becoming self-sustained. Let's see how that works out. And then they want us to win promotion to the championship. So that's what they want. Okay, so we'll just accept it. That's what we want to do. Squad again. Dynamic is always going to be good, considering where we was. Managerial support is excellent. Then I'm just going to discuss the plans for next season. And again, I'm not going to get carried away. We just need to remember, obviously, what we're doing as well. So I hope you're all able to go away and take some time to rest up, because when you come back to pre-season, going to make sure we establish something. No, we definitely don't want to do that. We are going to do that. Wow. So a lot of people feel that what I said was wrong. I'd like to expect a little more realism from you, to be perfectly honest. We're not good enough to be settling our sights beyond survival. Okay, well, nobody really agreed with me on that. That didn't work as planned, but whatever. So that's basically it. If we look again at our squad, again, it's 20 goals for Daryl Murphy. I believe he's the top goal scorer in the league for us, followed by John Jules with 12 goals. We may just, because he has made some improvements as well, especially on his physical and his vision. We may bring him in for the next season, but again, there's no rush for that, so we can always wait and see how that goes. But again, guys, we have survived relegation. It'll be interesting to see what we do next season. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being on the journey with me on this save. It's been very enjoyable and I've enjoyed every bit of it. But again, this is Football Manager Maniac. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you and bye.